Hello, dear viewer. Welcome to yet another moment of cursory look at salient matters in the Nigerian society. It's the big issue on OSRC TV. I am Obi Chukwemeka Uti. Football, the sport that binds Nigerians together, breaking the barriers of religious, ethnic, political, and socio-economic divides, is at the center stage. Following the exit of the Super Eagles from AFCON 2022, all attention and hope shifted to qualifying for the World Cup in Qatar. In the second time, the Super Eagles have failed to qualify for a World Cup since Nigeria's first attendance in 1994. Nigeria dropped out of the 1998 World Cup at the second round and couldn't go beyond the group stage at the 2002 edition. In 2006, the Super Eagles failed to qualify but fought to return to the World Tournament in 2010. 2014 and 2018 yet didn't go beyond the group stage. And as we experienced it few days ago, the Super Eagles will not be hoisting the Nigerian flag in Qatar when the 2022 World Cup begins. Nigerian fans were, however, disappointed as the chance to make the World Cup was dashed after the Super Eagles' encounter with the Black Stars of Ghana. Super Eagles' failure to qualify for the World Cup and aftermath behavior of Nigeria's soccer fans is our focus today on the big issue. Leading the conversation in this edition is a former Nigerian international footballer who played for Morocco Swallows in South Africa, Eimba, Sharks, BCC Lions, Iwayao National, now Heartland FC, among others. He was also at a time the media officer of the Super Eagles. He is Dr. Ida Peterside. You're welcome to the big issue.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Now, let's go straight to the focus today. As a professional of many years, how would you adjudge the latest outing of the Super Eagles?
If I want to rate them, they didn't qualify, so there's nothing to rate. You start with 0. They didn't qualify, you don't qualify. When you don't qualify for a major tournament, then something is really very wrong. You know, when we all saw the features that paired the teams, one of the teams that everyone felt, excuse me, felt should qualify is the Super Eagles. You know, with the talents we have great players playing in great clubs around the world. You know, we have big name players now, and everyone expected us to stroll into the World Cup. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and it's quite disappointing. You can see it in the faces of everyone. Everyone is disappointed that this supposedly great team did not qualify for the World Cup, and we're still mourning. We still feel it's a disaster, and it's quite heartbreaking.
Exactly. Like you said, Nigeria can boast of more Europe-based players than any other African nation. The team had many international players on board, yet we struggle at the national level.
Yeah.
Where is the disconnect?
It's a tough call because I've been able to speak to one or two of the coaches of the national team, and when you hear them speak, they tell you we prepared properly. We prepared for this game. We had confidence we were going to win. We did everything necessary to win the game. But I know no matter how well you have a coach, no matter how well you have a leader, the onion still rests on the players to perform on the pitch. I've never seen a coach that wears a jersey and goes to play. You know, we've seen very bad coaches and very good players, and the players would cover the coaches. And we've seen very bad players with a good coach, and the coach would cover the players. It's a teamwork. Once the coach is done his preparation, done all he needs to do, it's left for the players to perform. And frankly, I think the players' mothers sleep. The mothers sleep on Tuesday. They didn't come to the party. People would blame the coaches. Yes, we all blame the coaches, but the players would have to perform on the day. And on that particular day, they disappointed the whole of Nigeria.
On the day Nigeria were handed Ghana as their opponent in the last round of the 2022 World Cup Qualifier, we all breathed a sigh of relief, considering the fact that the Black Stars had just made an early exit from the Cup of Nations. Were the Super Eagles overconfident? For you, would you say, what would you say really went wrong?
Overconfidence might not be the word. The mistake we all made, we assumed that the Black Stars, I'm listening to you and I say, because they were knocked out, did not mean that they were not good enough. We assumed that they were not good enough. So based on that assumption, our preparation was based on this team is not good enough. They got knocked out, like you just said. But a wise man regroups, and say, I lost this investment, I lost that investment, let me not do it the same way, which is what they did. I think they went back to the drawing board and took out time, invested sessions on how to get a result. I think we did the same thing, but for me, I'm just talking professionally. The pressure of the match got to them. The pressure of the match got to them in the sense that, especially the crowd, I'm not sure in their lives they've ever played under that kind of pressure, or that kind of tension, or that kind of setting. I'm not sure. Even with European players, they will tell you, we've never seen a thing like this. We're like bees. On the day, the goalkeeper was shivering, the players were shaking. They had never seen a thing like it's like you bringing me and asking me to address the nation. What will I tell them? You understand? They ask me, where is Boko Haram? I say, well, how do I know? Because it's too much for me. Exactly. I think that's what happened to these boys. They just chickened out. They were so scared to play. And based on a great information, even the goalkeeper at the beginning of the second half didn't want to come back to play. He said they should replace him in that kind of game. So that's how massive it was. So I think the fortune just didn't favor us on the day.
What do you think would have happened had that match been played in the South? It was obvious Ademola Lookman and Emmanuel Dennis struggled with the hot weather, in Abuja.
Yes. Again, when we have people that run our football, they must think and forget politics. The best place to have played this game would have been Uyo. It's as simple as that. Would have gone to Uyo. The weather is beautiful. The pitch is one of the best in the country. But the politicians wanted the glory in Abuja. They felt, let's come to Abuja where the big boys are here. They want to bam bang. I don't know what there's that song they say they want to bam bang or bam bam. I don't know. Okay, so they pulled it here. The pressure got to these boys. I'm telling you, the pressure got to these boys and they just couldn't perform.
Following this failure, because in other climes you need not be told to throw in the towel, like in Europe or America, for failure.
Nobody resigns in Nigeria. Your family members will say you're under a curse. Not only you, that's what I will tell you. Not only you, they resign. Others, they resign. Have you seen anybody resign in Nigeria? They say, who cost you? I mean, go back, go do the work. They go forget after a while. That's the mentality in Nigeria. No one wants to take responsibility for any wrongdoing. They will cost your village, your family. Will say, now that we're inside, you'll be the first person to resign. In Nigeria, you don't resign, they push you. They push you out.
Will this development be a credence to, what some have said, that a foreign coach would serve Nigeria better than a local one?
I don't believe that nonsense. Sorry to use my strong word. I don't believe that. We must train up ourselves. If we say foreign coach will serve Nigeria better, then we must have a foreign president. Then we must have a foreign senator. they must have it because they're messing up now. All the leaders of our country, are they doing anything right? Why have they not resigned? Why have they not brought foreigners to come and replace themselves? They should bring a foreign governor, foreign this, foreign this. No, we need to encourage our own. We need to build up what we have. We need to take what we have to a level that it will fit into the global best practice. That's what I think.
You're a goalkeeper, an international one, for that matter.
I was.
At the Nations Cup, Maduka Okoye fumbled with a long-range shot against Tunisia. Against Ghana, Francis Uzoho, that many believe is better than Okoye, could not handle a straight shot from Thomas Partey. What is the problem with our goalkeeping department?
Again, I said from the bottom of my heart, we need, in the goalkeeping department, you need maturity. The keepers mature with time and mature with age. Ozoho is 22 years, Maduka is 22 years. It's not easy at that age. You understand? They're supposed to be, at this age, you are playing with feeding bottle when it concerns goalkeeping department. Goalkeepers begin to mature from 27, 28, and you find that most international goalkeepers are still playing at 35, 34, 36, 38, because in the six you mature with time. It was overwhelming for them, and again, the best bet for a goalkeeper in Nigeria, you must have played in the Nigerian league. You must play in the league because Nigerian league is turbulent. Absolutely turbulent. You play in the Nigerian league, you mature in the Nigerian league, and you grow. You grow with time. Some of us that played for Nigeria, we almost got to 35 before they even gave us one cap, to play, because we had big boys in goal for Nigeria. So it takes, you must be very mature. Look at the club side. Look at Manchester United. Their goalkeeper is 32 or thereabout. Look at Chelsea. Even Mendy is 28, 29. You need maturity to be, because the pressure will hit you, which was what happened to our goalkeepers.
Now let's talk about the NFF board. How complicit is the NFF board over Nigeria's failure to qualify for the second round of the last World Cup? The non-qualification for the 2022 edition and the below-average performance at the last Cup of Nations?
So we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic. When you mention, everybody's mentioning NFF. The reason why they are mentioning NFF is because the man Pinnick is very outspoken, is there in front of the, I think you work in a radio or television station, you hardly see your MD. You hardly see your MD. You see the reporters, you see the newscasters. These are the people you see. And now, when things go wrong, we know whom to hold. We say, this lady did not pronounce her words well. She got it wrong there. That's whom they see. But the problem with the Nigerian setting is that the NFF is too forward. They're in front of the camera. They're in front of the crowd. The president is in front of everyone. So he's taking the blame. But if he were not visible, they would not know what to blame. I'm sure as a reporter, you watch the Premiership maybe, yeah? You watch the English League, but you don't know the chairman of the English League. You know the clubs. So I think for me, the NFF, for me, people might doubt me. They've not done anything wrong in the sense that they've made provision. The players stay in the best hotels. The players have their kids. The players are paid their allowances. So why blame the officials? Your job is to perform. Come out and tell us that they did not give us soccer boots. Tell us they did not give us a hotel to stay. Tell us they did not pay our airfare when they came for the game. Then we can blame the FA because it's an administrative problem. But that's not the point. The players are well taken off. They fly business class. They fly private jets. They come in 5-star hotels. Just win the game, man. Just win your game. Do your part and win the games.
Do you think being an ex-international yourself, do you think Nigeria's ex-internationals are given sufficient opportunity to serve at administrative level of the game, like the NFF?
You are not giving power, you take it. You're not giving power, you take it. We're not taking it. No one has come out to take power. We just make noise behind the scene. I don't want to be an FF president, or else they would have seen me come like a bull. I'm aggressive when I want something. Nobody has come up to say, I want this power. Nobody will give it to you. So ex-players, you want power? Come and get it.
What is the price Nigeria will pay for not qualifying for the World Cup?
Oh my goodness gracious. Or just that we did not qualify. By the end of this month, end of April, would have gotten $12 million just to start with. $12 million would have been deposited in the coffers of the NFF for preparation for that. We've lost that. Those of us that in media and are associated with the game would have opportunities. There'll be radio, television houses that will give us jobs. Some of us would have traveled with our families to Qatar to go spend the holiday. We've been denied those. A whole lot of things. The joy of hoisting your flag at the big tournament. It's not there. Nigerian flag won't fly there. It's so much to lose. It's unbelievable. So much to lose. Yes.
All right. There was a time Principal's Cup was a mini World Cup in secondary schools, but today that has disappeared. What is the effect of the disappearance of school sports, Shell Cup and others?
Massive. When I was quite young, between 13 and 17, I played at the youth fund. I remember an incident when the first time I got to Lagos. I will never forget this. We got to Lagos with our youth team from Port Harcourt, and we got to Victoria Island, and we saw a signboard. We didn't know, and we said Victoria Island. We called it Victoria Island. We didn't know Lagos, but we were driving on that bridge. That Victoria Island bridge, there's this, welcome to Victoria Island. So our players, hey, see Island though. See, look at Victoria Island. Hey, these things shaped our lives. Just as humans, not just as sportsmen. It exposed us. It showed us the world and showed us the life ahead. And then we miss it. We must go back to school sports. We go back to Principal Cup, youth fund, school sports. We need these players to come through the ranks. And I hope that the Ministry of Sports can do that.
We're not the only nation missing out in Qatar 2022. Italy, Algeria, and Egypt won't be there as well. For you, what should be Nigeria's short and long-term plans, going forward?
Well, everybody says the same word, go back to the drawing board. They've not told us how the drawing board looks like. You hear, go back to the drawing board, go back to the drawing board. We need to begin to ask serious questions. Very serious questions. What is happening to our league? Whom are we producing? When we played, we would stay in camp. I remember years ago, we would say in Ota, Obasanjo's camp, Obasanjo's farm. Then we would spend 2 months and 3 months. From there, we would travel to Kaduna, play against franchise Bs. And, they were molding us and building us, Finidi, Amunike. We're all playing at home. You need to go back and start from there. Get a home-based team, begin to expose them. We don't need all these foreign players. Not all of them. We saw some of them don't even understand the map of Lagos. You need to understand that playing for Nigeria is bigger than your father and your mother. We must go back and begin to replan.
Now, let's talk about the reactions of, the Nigerian soccer fans. Do you think the reaction of these fans, of Super Eagles after that match in Abuja was overboard and uncalled for? What would you say? What do you think triggered that reaction?
Yes, uncalled for, not acceptable. Absolutely. We cannot condone violence. We cannot condone that kind of football. Yes, but when you raise up the hope of an angry man or a poor man, you give a poor man hope, and you deny him that hope. His true identity will show. It's quite unfortunate. We sympathize with them, the fans, and say, we're sorry. Those of us from the football fraternity, we're absolutely sorry for the pain we've caused these fans. And I want to appeal that there will be better days. There will obviously be better days.
Finally, before I let you go, what could be the import of this on Nigeria from the global football community, especially because someone reportedly died on that day?
Yes, well, it wasn't the fault. It wasn't the fault of Nigeria. It wasn't the fault of our association. The man had a cardiac arrest. This can happen to anyone, even the fittest of them all. Once your heart fails, it has failed. My condolences to his family and the people of Zambia for the loss. But it didn't have anything to do with our game. It didn't have anything to do with that. It was just a health challenge.
So you don't think if that stampede hadn't happened that he might be alive today?
No, he passed before the stampede. He passed way before the stampede. He passed when the players went in for the second half. Okay, as the players went in for the second half, they were walking towards the dressing room with two of his colleagues, and then he just slumped. So it didn't have anything to do with the stampede. The stampede was wrong, but the death of the doctor didn't have anything to do with the stampede.
I have been speaking with a former professional football player and a consequential voice in the world of football, both locally and beyond the shores of Nigeria, Dr. Ida Peterside. Thank you for sharing your views with me on the big issue.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Our lead discussant has raised pertinent issues, that we would look at after the news update. Please join us again.